The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. Tom and Tommy, we're growling and prowling out here.
We sure are, man. We're live.
I can't hear inside my thing. It's all right.
Okay.
We have the Dow Industrials up 114, NASDAQ up 19, S&P's up 15. Gold contract's getting hit out here this morning. That's down $9, $12.83. We have silver down 11 cents, $15.42 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 43 cents, $52.50 a barrel. Notes and bonds still rejecting lower price. They refuse to back off. We have the 10-year down 3 ticks, 121.13. 30-year down 2 at 144.31. And King Dollar. King Dollar is going for the 95.830 once again. You're up 177. At 95.890. Now, you get light volume out here, so we'll see whether that can hold. I suspect it's not going to hold, but guess what? It's up over that level right now. The euro is at 113.71 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is at 129 to 1 U.S. dollar, and the yen is at 109.44 to 1 U.S. dollar. So we had Netflix come out last night.
Sure did, right?
You know, that...
They added millions and millions and millions of people, but their forecast, right, a little bit below what they were looking for in terms of guidance.
Yeah.
And market down, but not as much as it was. Only about 2.6%. That's what it was when I came on for that 10 o'clock update.
Right.
But it was definitely dramatic. And just to jump over to see where it was overnight, that's Tesla. We'll jump to them in a moment as well, because they really are down. So it's accelerating a bit, even as, I guess, you know, look at that. Opening bell, it was back up there at 352, which is almost where it closed at.
Yeah, and
which is
last
remarkable.
night when they come out with the numbers, so we closed at 352. Right away, it went to 363 for a heartbeat, and then it came down $20.
It was, and let me put it. I'm just going to put it back because it was. I saw that spike.
Yeah,
I think it was 365 even.
Yeah, so you know you can expect this
364.38.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And these are 5-minute bars, so that's right at 4 o'clock. They came out with 364.38, but by 4:10.
Yeah.
Or no, right there, 4. Yeah, the low of that bar. Is that the right one? Yes. 333. Look at that, $30 bar, 5-minute. Yeah. And that was 333.
And it kept trying to get back there. You can see that, you know, that 350 level is going to get interesting in general, folks.
Yeah.
You know, as that, you know, basically, you know, what's happening there. The thing that's intriguing is that even going forward, that's where the guidance was lower.
Okay.
But and I'm thinking like that's even with them upping their rate by $2.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's,
now that I believe though was North America, wasn't it? Or so forth. I believe that may have been a rate hike here.
Okay,
but
right.
most of their growth's going on overseas.
Right. Okay.
That's, I'm just putting it in where you know America's going to get hit by.
Yeah.
Can we go into their earnings? I was going to. That was the news. I just want to see did some of that guidance. Probably like right at the top, right? So revenue grew 27%, $4.19 billion, short of the 4.21. Pretty close, though. That's not going to be too dramatic. The forecast for the current quarter sales also missed estimates. Let's see. So that's just talking about how much the stock moves. Of course, they're talking about Bird Box in there, the big, I'm looking for that guidance. So there's cash flow. Long-term programming budget stood at $19.3 billion at year-end, up from $18.6. Long-term programming budget. That is quite a programming content budget. You want to get in the content business, you got $20 billion to spend on it.
Yeah.
Netflix expects negative cash flow of about $3 billion, in line with 2018. So negative cash flow of $3 billion, even taking in all that cash, right? Pretty remarkable. And yeah, they said, so in the U.S., that's where those rate hikes go. Yeah, so let's see. Company signed 7.31 million new paid customers outside of the U.S.
83% of all new subscribers.
Yeah, and that's what they were looking. They were looking for like 1 million something plus in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's still remarkable that they can add 1 million subscribers in the U.S. on a quarterly basis.
Totally.
When who do you know that doesn't have Netflix? And if they don't have it, they kind of like have subscribed to not having it at this point. I would expect, right? But but guess what? There's millions of people on the ledge of signing up. It looks like, and they're doing it.
And what does happen, is that they have so many shows that over the course of years, like 5 or 10 years from now, there's going to be plenty of shows that no one has seen, and they're still going to be great shows.
I would agree, right? The way you just tap into them.
Right.
You know what's interesting, though, is that it's kind of, and I agree, because they'll always be in their library of content, right? So that's a value, because you can't watch everything they have.
Right.
But then it's interesting where they're always going to be creating new things. And so there's kind of this, like, aura of, you could say the same thing with great shows on HBO or something.
No, you
can't.
can't.
Not many people go back. If you never watched The Sopranos, you're watching the new show that's hot, and so it's a little bit.
I'm glad you brought up The Sopranos, because I feel the same way. I know what you're saying. Do you know what I mean?
Once you miss the bandwagon, you want to be on the show everyone's talking about. You want to watch Bird Box, so you know all these references.
There's no doubt.
You want to be on Game of Thrones right now. But I agree. I've actually never watched The Wire, which is supposedly an amazing show.
Okay.
Have you ever seen The Wire?
No. Is it?
That's an HBO show as well, crime drama before Sopranos even. So we're going a little bit back.
So is it a series?
Yes, it's a long series.
Okay.
And I plan on going back at some point, though.
Yeah.
But it's tough because there's so much good content.
Right.
I don't like to watch a ton of TV.
Right.
And I would rather watch Game of Thrones. Or, the current, that's an amazing show as its own right. So, but they will, you're right. I mean, can you imagine in 10 years the library of content they're going to have?
Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
And as our man Dave White's in there saying, most shows age poorly. He's right. It's like you want to be in the now. What's going on? A lot of shows are talking about right now. I think that Wire was filmed in Baltimore, one of the hard-hitting city that was dealing with a lot of crime in the time of the 80s, 90s. It was very current.
That was the crime wave across the country.
So that was really encapsulating.
That's when everyone my age was like 34, 35 years old.
Sure,
forget it. Yeah,
sure. Right. And then you probably had Sopranos, right? Was that when Gotti was in there getting tried, right? All that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Tesla. Let's go take a look at Tesla. Tesla this morning, bottom line is that down $33, 10%. Their numbers, they're
laying off 7% of their force.
Right.
That's where, they didn't come out with the numbers, right? It was just that Musk came out with that cut.
Yeah.
And so the talk there, of course, is that they're supposed to be ramping things up.
Right.
And they're laying off 7% employees. And Musk was out there tweeting why. Did not specify which staff are at most at risk. But nonetheless, that's a big layoff on a company that should be ramping up.
Right. No. It's a big number. It's definitely a big number.
Yeah.
Then you got, let's see, State Street, STT. This is going to be an interesting one.
Okay.
No, State Street. Let's see. What is it?
Let me just start typing state, maybe. ST.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, put street. That'll go. Come on.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, STT. That's what it is.
State.
So this one's going to get interesting. So So State Street, folks. Okay. And the bottom line, they're out of Boston. This used to be my bank like 30 years ago.
Sure.
When they were in the banking business then, versus they're one of the largest custodians in the world.
Okay.
That's where they really made all their money. Do you know what I mean?
Include custody accounting, and it's just interesting. That's the first word they say here.
Yeah, and so what they're doing now, this is going to be a little shocker. They're basically they're getting rid of 1,500 employees. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
The Taz Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 141. You get the Nasdaq up 30. S&Ps are up 17. Let's go take a look at the NQs out here. So the NQs, you know, as the S&P it came down, but the NQs came down pretty quick at the open there. You know, we went from what 67.87 down into this 67.36.
About 50 points, no joke, right?
Pretty quick. Bounced right back, though. Interesting, man.
Yeah,
you know,
a bit of volatility.
Yeah. Now, what's going to get intriguing here, folks, all day long, really, is that overseas last night we had quite a rally. You know, you can see Europe is up from 1.4% to what?
Yeah.
1.7.
Yeah, DAX up 1.95.
Okay.
Quite
and
a
then
number, yeah.
last night, you know, that's the first time that we've seen Asia up across the board.
Yes.
You know, so we'll see where this baby shakes out. What we have done, you know, yesterday you got a little more volume in the market, but yet you're still coming into basically all the downdrafts that once we came off those highs, you're going to see it's just pretty clear. You're running right across here. You know, so the contraction's pretty amazing, but bottom line is that they were buying it yesterday.
Sure.
Again, well, when you take a look at the lows, we are I think we're just over a 50% retracement now. Yeah, we just put our head over it. Let me get rid of that for a second. Whoops. 6 months, there we go. So, yeah, we're just over.
That blue bar, yeah.
And you know, what happens there is that we'll see how this baby holds up today. But
So that's just to put 263.85 about.
Yeah. And then Look at the 0.618. So in between this level, you know, if this can stay here, 270.
Sure.
That's a big number, man. Well, yeah, it's a big number. 264 to 270, that'd be
Yeah.
a big number.
Yeah.
If we go look at that dollar index, so what's intriguing out here this morning is that you had gold get hit by $10 before the dollar moved. DXH9. So I'll bring this a little bit closer. And
Just zooming in a little bit more. Are you looking up
Yeah.
here?
yeah.
Let's take that.
You know, so we're at 95,905 right now, and you can see, you know, that got up there at 9 o'clock, well 9:40. That being said, it's not going to have the volume. Real question is going to be, does it hold on price? You know, it's right at it,
Yeah.
right at that number.
Yes.
And you can see we've done 8,400 contracts. That means we're going to do maybe about 22,000 at the most. You're going into 29. Now, if we go over to the gold contract, what you're going to see is that they hit gold early, man. I mean, when I was looking, I was saying to myself, this is, you know, gold got, well, you can look at it, 4 o'clock in the morning, I guess.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Even 2 o'clock it was starting up there, and then by 4 o'clock it was already down at 1288. And then really there's your drop at 4:20 in the morning.
Yeah, and the dollar wasn't moving at all.
Yeah. Dollar kind of caught up to gold.
Yeah, so we'll see how this shakes out. Now, what is happening is that you're going into, you know, some good volume here. We're going into 316,000. You're going into 240. You might do 240. We're at 159 right now. Now, what gets intriguing here, what do you see this, Tom? This is a trip. Now, this, you know, when we were looking at Rob McEwen yesterday, he was on Bloomberg,
Yes.
right? Well, who also was on Bloomberg, and this is like so far off the radar, meaning that you just wouldn't think that this is the case, but it is. Sam Zell, I brought this up yesterday. That's McEwen's call. Now, where's Sam Zell?
If you go up a couple, I saw his name occasionally. I saw him on Bloomberg a little bit.
So what his take yesterday was is that it's the first time in his life that he's ever bought gold. And
Okay.
Here it is. Oh, that's a video, but let's see.
No, that's not going to be what we want.
Okay.
Well, scroll down. No, yeah. There you go.
So Sam Zell, the founder of Equity Group Investments, says he bought gold for the first time in his life because it's a good hedge. Zell also talks about the oil and energy markets. That's all that one. But bottom line is, what's so intriguing
that's the
about
headline,
this
right?
is that this guy here, right? He's known. So the way that he basically made a huge amount of money and continued to make a huge amount of money, they used to call him the grave digger. Grave digger or grave stomper, like in the 80s and 90s, because companies that they thought were out of business, right?
Yes.
He would come in, get the company going again,
Sure.
right? Then he was still in the real estate business, but then he got in the real estate business a huge way.
Okay.
Right? And he's missed like most of the bullets. Even in 2007, 2008, he had sold all his properties, right?
Nice.
To big insurance companies.
Perfect,
right?
right.
And so it's really intriguing that, you know, that a guy like that comes in.
Yeah.
And where this is coming from, folks, and I'm going to get this article before I get on this afternoon. There was an article, and it's a really cool article, and what it was about was Mark Bristow, the guy that's running Barrick Gold now.
Okay.
And what he was talking about is that the last 10 years, as to the amount of gold that actually has been found versus the 10 years before that versus the amount of money that's been put into the market. And he's saying, hey, this is, you know, we're at not a deficit, but this is going to stop getting pricing power.
Going to have low supply of gold.
And that's what
low supply equals higher prices.
Exactly. And that's what he was saying.
Similar demand,
And he was getting into the same deal.
He is. I pulled up.
Cool.
This is your house.
Oh, cool.
So he talks about that first time in his life as a hedge. Supply is shrinking. It's going to have a positive impact on the price.
Yeah.
Spending on new mines began to dry up after prices in the metal tumbled from record in 2011, clouding outlook for production. And then they do go into the amount of capital being put into new gold mines is almost non-existent, Zell said. All of the money is being used to buy up rivals. The combined gold reserves still buried in mines, an indicator of production prospects, shrank by more than 40%. 40.
Right.
You love that number.
Right.
In 2017 from its peak after companies cut spending on exploration and development of new projects. So that kind of goes with what you're talking about. Yeah?
Right. And so what you want to find, folks, is that you want to find exploration companies that are close to basically getting the gold out of the ground.
Yeah.
Because what the large companies will not do is that they just don't go buy an exploration company if they think that, you know, the gold's going to be out here 5 or 6 years from now.
Sure.
They would rather pay up. You know, you get an exploration company, you get the licenses, you prove that, okay, you know, I don't have the $5 billion to open the mine, but everything's there. Okay, now I'll pay up for it. I'd rather
it's guaranteed reserves. They can plow right into production.
Yeah, they like paying up for it. But that's going to be on play now.
Yes.
And we'll see when Zell shows up. Because what I'm curious is that what he didn't say there is that he's saying he bought gold. Did he buy physical gold? Did he buy the GLD? Because I haven't found him in the GLD yet.
Okay.
You know, and I'm sure Paulson is happy, you know, because he's definitely a player that people will pay attention to.
Sure.
And, you know, if we go look at the GLD still, you can see Paulson's still there with 4.3 million shares of the GLD. And
that's as of September, just to put things in context, though.
Graham Capital. Oh, that's interesting. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow up 147. Nasdaq is up 39. S&Ps are up 19. Let's go inside the Dow Industrials and see what's moving this baby topside today. So, point-wise, what we have out here, Boeing, 31 positive points. Home Depot, 19. 3M, 10. You only have 3 stocks putting negative. American Express, 6 points. Now you only have 2.
Yeah.
And Pfizer, 50 cents.
And the only one that's more than 8 pennies in the negative is AXP, which they had earnings last night. So I'm guessing they disappointed.
Yeah, so
well
let's go take a look at this. So you get American Express down 93 cents. You know, I already
Quite
rejected.
a rebound.
Yeah, rejected 96.
And I bet, can I just look at where
Yeah.
they were overnight then? Because that is just from the actual, whoops. That's just the actual trading day. I wonder what they had going on. Yeah, so they were as low as 94.99, right on that number.
Yeah.
And they're up a solid 325 already.
And here, look at this. This is pretty amazing how these reward programs basically have cut into, you know, it makes them money, but it gets so expensive. Look at that number. So American Express, folks, spent a record $2.52 billion on rewards for its customers in 90 days in the fourth quarter. Isn't that amazing?
It is.
And they plan on spending more now. When it revamped its Gold Card to include more travel and dining benefits and announced new locations for its Centurion Airport lounges. They're gonna. It's. We all know. We all want our rewards, right? There's no
Sure.
doubt about that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty amazing.
Because in reality, too, I mean, a lot of people aren't using their. A lot of people are using their card just to add debt, you know, to make it through to the next paycheck. A lot of people aren't, though. A lot of people just use that card as a way to circumvent your bank account, number one, because you're safer if you're using your card, and just for rewards.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Oh.
So it becomes a game of, like, you know, battling for those rewards.
It definitely is. There's no doubt. And American Express, of course, you know, if you go back 10, 15 years, that was the only card that could give you the type of credit and benefits that, you know, they get in competition from big banks now, because there's other cards out there that, you know.
Oh, definitely.
You know, just, they don't have the same, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so they said they expect profit of $785 to $835 in 2019, pretty much in line with the $813 average of the 29 analysts, and the firm expects revenue growth.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Still.
of 8 to 10% for the year.
Still a big number.
They can afford those expenses if they're growing at almost double digits.
Yeah, right. Just picture that, though. So that in the course of a year, folks, that is saying that they're going to spend $9 billion on rewards.
Yeah,
but
pretty much $10 billion. It was 2.5 right on the dot.
Okay,
$10 billion.
$10 billion.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
No, for sure.
And we're all paying for it. We think we get it, but the bottom line is that 2% kickback or whatever that is, you know, well, it's a 1% kickback. It seems like
retailers have to charge it, as in they have to, you know, whatever you pay a retailer, they're paying 2, 3, even 4% sometimes if you're a smaller retailer.
Oh yeah, right.
For those numbers.
877-927-6648. So, IBM. IBM's going to be coming out, I believe, when we come back to work next week. So the 22nd. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be Tuesday, right when we come back.
Okay, so they're coming out at 4 o'clock, 4:05.
Okay.
And the market's going to be waiting to see what they can do, because when you look at their numbers, it's pretty amazing that the stock, you know, the stock's cut in half from its highs. Well, down $90 in like 4 years. But you can see the numbers, you know, bottom line, you know, just keep going down. Now they're slightly going down, but they're still, look at they're all negatives. Like
every single one here and here.
Right.
So you're talking about, which is interesting, no matter where you look. So this is the geographical breakdown. They're decreasing. But then any product segment is decreasing.
Wow.
So when you look at it like that, right?
That's amazing.
Like they're shrinking everywhere, and every product segment they have is shrinking. But nonetheless, you know what's not shrinking, though? Their earnings are supposed to go up at least. Well, you know what? I say that, but guess what? It's like pretty marginal here. They were at $14.92. The last real number on yearly was $13.80. They say they're going to make the same. They say they're going to make the same, and the first increase is a 2020 forecast.
Right.
The world's going to change a lot in the next 12 months.
And what that's all about is this head count here, 380,000.
Sure.
So they still have plenty of head count that they can basically bring the expense ratio down.
Yes.
That's how they're keeping that baby out.
Sure.
He's going to be, now watch, if you take a look at this chart, folks, okay, you're going to see that it's been struggling for a long period of time. And it's a 210 high. Yeah, 215. So that high was generated, well, it's longer than that, 5 years ago. That's quick 5 years, man. I remember that high so well, because look at, there's zero, if you want to see, like, hitting high with zero volume, folks, okay,
Sure.
This is it. Monthly basis, 76 million shares. It had taken out a high with 86 million, which is still light volume. And then what do? You come off that with 108 million shares. You go back down again with 131. You do a counter trend bounce with 118, and then you blow it away with 146. And what's happening right now, and this is the danger part, is that what's holding it up right now is the highs of almost the lows of 2008. You can see that bar
Sure.
there, 315 million. Now, it's hard to break 315, so anything, as long as it stays over this 116, it might have a shot.
Yeah.
That's how this works out. But what we haven't seen, you got down to 105, and then you closed at 113. So you didn't get a rejection of lower price on a monthly basis last month because you closed below that 116 bar. Now we'll see what happens this month, because pretty amazing, man. But I'll tell you, after seeing, whether it's Sears, whether it's GE, these legacy deals are a big deal. Oh, let's put that story up.
Right.
I know, that's intense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense for sure. But you had Reed Hastings out there, right? Talking
Yep.
about we earn consumer screen time, both mobile and television, away from a very broad set of competitors. We compete with and lose to Fortnite more than HBO. There are thousands of competitors in the highly fragmented market vying to entertain consumers. And he's obviously a bright man putting together, Netflix in an age where why wasn't HBO the leader there? Why wasn't
Right.
Disney? Why wasn't Comcast? Anybody could have.
Blockbuster.
Yeah,
We're
right.
in business.
Blockbuster, great image, right? I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
Why did Blockbuster not even realize that when Netflix got a foothold in the industry that they should be sending CDs by mail, right? I mean, they just allowed a competitor to come in and become a juggernaut. So Netflix's decision to name check Fortnite reflects the game's ever-growing popularity, boast over 200 million registered users, 80 million log in to play each month. I guess, if it's just to put, if it's saying they have 200 million registered users, only 80 million are playing once a month. If you're not playing once a month, you're probably not playing. I'm just putting, what I mean? Thanks to an engaging combination of reward mechanics, social, ease of entry. It's free to play, right? But interesting nonetheless. And he mentioned YouTube in here as well.
Yeah. It's pretty cool in the aspect of he knows his market, man. You know?
That's what I would agree. That
Yeah.
he's
It's time. It's time.
Right.
You have so many
Right.
people. How much time can you grab?
And
out
I
of
think
them?
what he knows is he can compete on his stage,
Yeah.
which is content in the
Right.
form of television and movies.
Right.
But what he's saying is there's different forms of content these days.
Right.
And that's YouTube. That's Fortnite. See
Right.
what happens.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back. We have the Dow up 164, Nasdaq up 49, S&P's up 20.
Hi, folks.
Come right
This
back.
is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 172. You get a NASDAQ up 51. S&Ps are up 21, and we get a melt-up happening. There's no doubt about that.
Speaking of which, we're going to jump over to TFNN in a moment, but how about that oil, man?
Look at that.
Look at that. We just went from, we come on the air, there's 10 o'clock, 52.40. We're up $1.30. That oil market rocking, man. Look at that.
It's a big number.
That is a big number, man. That market is moving. We'll check back in, but what I wanted to jump over to, and I'll pull it over right here. Wednesday night, Basil Chapman. So I was speaking with Basil on the phone this morning. He's excited for Wednesday's webinar, full-day webinar. He'll be in there at 9 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday morning, January 23rd. Pretty remarkable that we're already approaching late January. 9 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. all day. You can sign up for this webinar right at the front page of TFNN, $495. That gets you the entire full day from 9 a.m., and he breaks it down into 2 segments. So 3-hour session in the morning, 9 till noon. He's going to be talking about a variety of things, specific charting patterns, repeating over time. He's talked about the H and the U patterns, MACD, slow stochastic, moving averages, the wave counts, of course, and the Chapman wave trend lines. And then you take a break for lunch, come back for another 3-hour afternoon session, live charts in the afternoon session, talking about strength of the move, demonstrating, handing over from time sequence to the next time frame, and then money management, taking off and adding positions, and then he has a 4 to 4:30 wrap-up session, what he does to get ready for the next day. So kind of a full, thorough trading webinar all day, 2-part webinar, 6.5 hours education. Basil's excited, and if you sign up, he'll send you kind of some details, what to get started with, so that you're prepared for that webinar Wednesday.
And by the time that we get to Wednesday, folks, he has a, I forget the name of it, he has another patent that it's like a, I forget, it's like a rooster going up, and I'm always trying to blow the guy's head off because it's driving me crazy.
The stork.
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Come on. You can't forget about Basil's stork patent.
I know, because every single time that's going up, I'm trying to blow its head
You're
off,
gonna have
man,
to
and I
get
never
in
can
this-
get it. I know.
I don't like your imagery there, but all right.
Well, that's because I'm shot. You know what I mean? When it's going up, it seems
Not
like...
everyone follows exactly what you're talking about, blowing a stork's head off, just as to put.
Okay, I want to take it out. That's the bottom line. So we go back over to this S&P. We take a look at this S&P. Yeah, right now we're at highs.
Solid 1% in the positive.
Yep. And the real question is going to be, let's see, so we're...
10:45.
Okay, so you get 5 minutes into the bar and 28. Yeah, you can get the action here. It's going to be, yeah, it's... Last bar was 60,000 contracts. The one before that was 100,000. But this, when you look at overseas, bottom line is that they can run this market right now.
I just wanted to take a look at the currencies because I'm watching still oil, all that. We're getting some action as well in the dollar. So we get the dollar index right here, quite a run from sitting at about 96 early this morning, sitting 96.334. There's your euro, of course,
Euro's
pulling
getting
back
smoked,
as well.
yeah.
Yen trading higher in price,
Yeah.
and the pound pulling back a bit. Pound
So-
got up there to almost 130. Was it up to 130 to make it? Maybe right up there.
That's interesting. We'll have to look at that.
130.01. Look at that.
Yeah.
So right up there.
So
yeah.
they're all going against the U.S. dollar, and meaning they're getting weaker against the U.S. dollar, folks.
Right,
And
so
that's
you're seeing
why
the
you can see
strength
that
there. Yeah.
strength there.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. Let's go pull up that pound. I'm curious because that pound looks to me like almost 132. But I'm curious. It must have stuck its head up last night. Oh, it did. Okay, so it actually stuck its head up yesterday. Yeah, 130 yesterday, 129.94 last night.
Yeah.
Just
And
the-
really, that's just an extension from one day to the next,
Yeah.
right? Where it just happened to
Right.
be at the peak as it rolled over from
Yeah,
one day to the next.
and then the euro. I don't think it'll pull it up this time. Currency. Okay, so the euro's pushing into its lows. The yen is getting weaker. Yep, yen's picking its head up. Gonna be. Let's see. So, by the time we come into next week, you're almost going to at the end of next week. It's going to get interesting here. At the end of next week, then we're going to basically almost be into window dressing again.
Okay.
One after the other, right?
Right? These are the most actives. I pulled it up there.
Yep. And look, Netflix is coming back. It's only down $10 right now. You know, Facebook's up $3. You get Schlumberger is up $257. SLB. Let's pull that baby up because this is a stock that's got killed. You're up 260 right now. Let's see what they're saying. Oh, look at this too. That might be a small ABC.
They just
up.
came out with their earnings, I believe, this morning.
13 million. That's going to be a small ABC up. Let's pull this back. Been a one-way trip, no doubt. So that topped out. Is that 2014? Wow. $118 in 2014
Yes.
comes all the way back. Let me pull this back more. Wow. Unreal. Now that's a chart. What we're looking at here, folks, is that's amazing, actually. You're looking at two different things. You're looking at, you can make the case that it went back to 2005.
Yep.
And then the lows of 2008 with $35, and we
Close.
hit $34.99.
Sure.
Unbelievable.
I think the lows back there were lower, though. What do you... the next... No, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's pretty,
35.05.
that's pretty intense, man. So you got to pay attention to that. Meaning, you know, that first. Let's see what they have to say.
Oh, you know what? We got a caller, too.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to Mark in Bedford. Perfect. Mark, good morning.
What's happening, brother?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good
Doing
morning.
great, man. Yourself?
Good. So, Happy New Year, first of all.
Happy New
I haven't
Year,
called
man.
you- I haven't called you since last year.
That's terrible.
I had a question on the S&P. They really on all three: S&P, Dow, Nadex, a whole ball of wax. So last week, Tom, you were thinking, boy, this is going to be it. This is light volumes. See it, don't want to be it, and here we are rallying almost 200 points up right now. So is this a big change in trend from last week?
No. No.
No. So is this just a temporary blip, you think?
Yeah. I mean, you know my take on this. I mean, you've been listening to me long enough. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
we,
I know,
we get
I know,
higher
but,
price
you know,
and we get lighter
things that
volume,
you,
but
they come out of the woodwork, so you get surprised once in a while too.
no, listen, I get it. I mean, you know, the bottom line is that you get a big retracement and it's a contraction of volume. My take is that, no, this is still a counter trend bounce. You know, so bottom line, though, is that you're higher. That's what it comes down to. So you're higher till you're not higher.
I think you're not. Okay.
Yeah, but
All
to
right.
answer your question, you know, on a basis, yeah, I think we're still going down, but we haven't. Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to check in because it's been quite a run the last couple of days. So
Well,
yeah.
it has and it hasn't. I mean, you know, when you take a look at it, I was looking for it to go, which it got up there. Let's say we talk on the SPY, we're 265. My take was at the hour about 260. That's where I was going short. I got stopped out. Now the question is going to be like, okay, do we go up to 269, 270? Do you get into that 270 from the October 11th downdraft? And that's game now. There's no doubt. That's game. Particularly if we stay up today, which I think we're gonna.
All right, guys, cooking. Have a great weekend.
Okay, man.
You
Have
too,
a great
Mark.
one. Have a safe one. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 188. Nasdaq up 61. S&P's up 25. We'll come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 215, Nasdaq's up 66, S&Ps are up 27. And we had a question about so if you do a 0.618 retracement, does that mean you can go to a lower low? So the way that Fibonacci theory goes, folks, is that if you do a 0.618 retracement, then the next move, in this case, would, if you're saying it's going to be low, which I'm saying, is that the theory would be that you don't break the lows, because a 0.618 retracement is a very strong retracement whether you're going up or down. So right now, we're just over a 50% retracement. I'm using the SPY, the SPY. So that is saying if we go to 270.95, it'd be saying that, okay, if you do go back down, you won't go break the lows on the first leg. That's all that means.
Which is this 233 you're talking about?
Yes, right. And so, bottom line is that if you close over this today, your probability goes pretty good that you're going to get 270. And then what also does happen is that at the 270 level, it also lines up with the biggest volume bar on the way down.
And that's 270.95. I was just saying, so does that correlate to 2709? Or is that off? What's the S&P at right now? I forget if this one's a little off.
It would, if we use the cash, it would minus the what happens there.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it had.
I just looked at it. The SPY's trading at 265.
Right. It's because of the
fees.
Yeah, the fees.
Yeah.
So if we take a look at that, you're going to see that.
Yeah, so it becomes 27.15 about.
27.15.
Yeah.
So. That's a long way from where we are, isn't it? We're 26.55.
We'll see. It was 3 days. I'm just looking. It only took us 3 days, 1, 2, 3, to go from 25.75 to 26.45.
Right.
Just crazy moves.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay right there, folks. We got Fast Market coming up next, and then of course we got our man Basil Chapman. Steve is going to be on. He did the show this morning. He's going to repeat, and then Dave, and I'll be back. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Look at him, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.